Welcome in, Chipola Nation. I'm Donnie Tyndall, head men's basketball coach here at Chipola College. I've got a freshman superstar here with me today. I'm going to let him introduce himself and tell you a little bit about his background, where he's from. Why don't you go ahead and tell our fans a little bit about yourself, B?
Hey, my name is Bryson. I'm from Dothan, Alabama, and I'm a freshman here. This is my first year here. Dothan, really a really small place, a really small city that I come from. I've been staying there my whole life, and I played for Dothan High basketball team, and I'm very honored to be here and glad that Coach Tyndall gave me a chance.
Well, I appreciate it. We're glad you're here, too. And tell me this, Bryson, you had a good high school career, played for a really good high school coach, right?
Yes, sir.
And your team made a nice run in the state tournament. How far did you go in the state tournament? And tell our fans some of the honors and awards you got your senior year.
So we made it all the way to Sweet 16 last year, and I got all-state team, all-tournament team.
Do they have an all-city or an all-region?
Oh yeah, all-region, all-city team. So I had a lot of accomplishments that year, and it was just a great year.
That's good. Well, he's accomplished a lot. We were excited when we signed him. We actually signed him last fall, and he's a really good student. So we thought that maybe some Division I schools would come in and steal him at the last minute, and got a little touchy there for a minute. But we held on, and we're glad he's an Indian. So tell me this. You got a lot of different schools recruiting you, having a great senior year. Why Chipola? What made you decide on Chipola?
Chipola, I was really drawn to the place. The coaches, y'all made a big difference in my decision coming here. I got a phone call almost every day from the coaches telling me they was excited for me to come and to visit everything. And I'm just proud to be here. And
yeah, well, you should be. You had a great senior year, got a full scholarship, and not a lot of guys out there can say that. So that's a great honor, and we're glad to have you, Bryson. Now, tell me this. You come in this summer, workouts are going, you're flying around in the weight room, kind of head's probably spinning a little bit. What's the first thing you can tell me about your teammates after you settled in for a week or so? Good, bad, or indifferent? Tell us a little bit about your teammates.
My teammates, they was good. At first, everybody didn't know each other, so it was kind of like we had to get used to each other. But once we got closer and everything, once people start talking about where they from and the connection, we all just got closer, and it was like an instant connection, almost like we knew each other for all our lives. So it was really good.
That's cool. And you say Dothan's a small city, but it's like New York City compared to Marietta, right?
Yes, sir.
So, not a lot of stuff going on other than hanging out at the dorm and playing the game and working out and just, like you said, bonding, getting to know each other at the dorm. And so that's a lot of fun. Guys always say, they cracking up, telling jokes, all this stuff. And I always ask guys, who's the funny guy on the team? Because it always surprises me. Who would you say the guy is the most funny on our team, always clowning around?
The most funny, I probably have to say Dowda or Mo. They probably the two funniest.
Little Mo?
Yeah, Little Mo.
Yeah, everybody says funny. Little Mo. He's a talker, so I can see him always wanting to be the center of attention for sure. All right, so. Again, great high school career. You come to Chipola. You're settling as a freshman. What's been the biggest thing for you, first as a player? What's been the biggest adjustment for you from high school?
Probably earning my spot, cause I always knew I had a secure spot. So now I have to work for everything. Nothing's gonna be given to me. So I have to work for everything.
Yeah, and I'm sure you worked hard in high school, but bottom line, you were just better than everybody else. So you knew you were going to be out there. And at this level, you're a great player, but there's a bunch of great players, right?
Yes, sir.
And so that's what we talk about endlessly with our team, earning your role, earning your opportunity. And then when you get it, you got to make the most of it, right?
Sir.
And Bryson's, we've played 6 games. We're 5-1. We're 18th in the country, and he started 4 or 5 of our 6 games already, which is a real testament to him. It's hard to start at this level as a freshman, but he's solidified a position in our rotation and doing really well. And, okay, biggest adjustment on the floor, you just talked about it. How about away from the floor? What's been the biggest adjustment for you?
Like staying focused, like schoolwork, practice, film, workouts. Like it's all like congested, so you gotta have time away from all that to like really think about everything that's going on and stand on top of your classes and everything.
Yeah, it takes. I'm a notepad fanatic. I've got like 4,000 pens, about 5,000 notepads. So if you aren't writing down your daily schedule and what you need to get done, it's pretty easy to lose track of things at this level, isn't it? Mm-hmm. You got to stay organized, and that's good. That's a life skill that'll be with you the rest of your life, whether you're the vice president or CEO of a company. Like, you got to be organized and on top of everything. So that's good you're learning that. All right, I always give the players a chance to ask Coach DT a question. So can't be too tricky now, B, but go ahead. You got a question for me?
How do you keep the like same enthusiasm every day? Like coming in, knowing even when you don't want to be there, but like knowing this is your job, like you have to do this, and like this is something you love to do.
Well, let me stop you right there. There's never a day I don't want to be there.
Oh, yeah. Well, yes, sir.
You know, every day, you know, I don't have family here. I got my puppy Hooper, which you guys have heard me talk about. Mm-hmm. You've seen Hooper around. But all I think about is basketball. That's all I got. You know, my daughter, one lives in Nebraska, another lives in Indiana. My mom and dad and sister are in Michigan. So this is all I have. So I think about it all day, that 3-hour practice window, that 2.5-hour practice window, all morning, all afternoon leading up to that. I'm getting excited and looking forward to practice. So, never a day I don't want to be there. Now, you guys get me a little upset once in a while that I think about, heck, I could be better off watching a movie or hanging out with Hooper than this, but we know we got a job to do, like you said, and I talk to our guys all the time about that, doing your job. And I think if you don't have passion, like we talk about, right, toward your job, you're just not going to be great at it. And I don't know if I'm great or not, but I know I have a lot of passion in what I do. And in my mind, in my opinion, if you're passionate about your work, you're probably going to be pretty good. And I hope it's always kind of a thing for me is that I want my passion, my enthusiasm, my energy level to run off and trickle down to my team. And I think for the most part it's doing that. The guys seem to be excited every day coming to practice, especially here the last few weeks. Would you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, well, what about our team? You know, we lost our season opener. Mm-hmm. We go back to South Georgia Tech, who beat us tomorrow. So obviously that's going to be a tough game on the road. But outside of that, we've gotten better each game. We're, like I said, 5-1, playing a little bit better. What do you think of our team right now, Bryson?
I think we headed towards the right track. Like you said, practice is getting better. We having more energy, and it feels like everybody wants to be there now. So I feel like tomorrow we should do what we got to do and get the job done.
Yeah, you know, it's hard on the road. I tell you, this will be our first true road game. We've played 2 games on a neutral floor against good opponents and won, but first road game, so it's not going to be easy. We know that. We've got to go over there and play really well, and hopefully you knock down a few threes for me, right?
Yes, sir, I got you.
All right, good. All right, tell our fans out there maybe some team goals and individual goals you have. I know sometimes as a freshman, guys don't always think a lot about team goals. As a sophomore, you're thinking about moving on to that Division I level, which will happen for you. But what are some individual and team goals maybe you have for this season?
Some team goals is to win the national championship, get the hutch, and just know that we got better every day and leave no regrets after the season is over with. Yeah. And some personal goals for me is to get better, and get to the next level. That's all it is for me.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
Sir.
Well, you know, I hope that our team will continue to improve. I think we have the pieces in place to reach the first goal you mentioned. You got to get lucky a little bit. You got to stay healthy. But I think the pieces are there if we continue to get better, as you mentioned, every day. And for you, we've talked about it off the floor and on the floor. I think the biggest thing is that you just continue to play with confidence. This level is hard, and there's great competition in practice, great competition every night on game nights. But this guy's a worker, man. He's in the gym early. He stays late. He's going to have a great freshman year for us. And as long as you continue that work ethic you've had thus far, you're going to have a lot of big games for us this year, I promise you. Yes, all right, last question. All right. Who is the most influential person in your life? Could be a family member, could be a coach, brother, sister, whoever. Who's the person that's impacted you the most?
For me, it would have to be my mom, because she done almost everything for me. Like AAU, we had to drive 7 hours. She would drop everything and do it for me. So she really helped me so much and really helped me with my life.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Mm-hmm.
And obviously I've met Bryson's mom a bunch of times through the recruitment process and understand just how impactful she's been on him. And again, this guy's a great student, hard worker, and that foundation comes from something or somebody. And as you mentioned, I'm pretty sure that comes from your mama, right?
Yes, sir.
So, well, good stuff. Bryson, as I said, is a freshman from Dothan, having a big impact in our program already. We've got a big game on the road this Wednesday at South Georgia Tech. Next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we have 3 games against nationally ranked opponents in Pensacola, which will be an unbelievable Thanksgiving tournament. And again, fans, we're currently 5-1, ranked 18th in the country, and off to a pretty good start. So we hope to maybe see some of you follow us over to Pensacola. If not, have an outstanding Thanksgiving. Enjoy your family, and we wish everybody a happy holiday. Go Indians.